Followed by Calgary-Shaw.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Transportation suggested the best way I could help him with the negotiations of the southwest portion of the Calgary Ring Road was to sit back and shut up. Yet his own backbenchers publicly ask him puffballs about the progress, so I figure this is fair game. Residents of South Calgary have been held hostage by failed negotiations for 28 years, and they're understandably cynical about this minister's ability to deliver results. In the spirit of being open and transparent, does the minister have a timeline in mind for this round of negotiations specific to when he may have to accept failure and move on?
Honourable Minister.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No, Mr. Speaker, the honourable member is actually correct. I didn't use the pejorative terminology that he used, but I agree with what he said. I did suggest to him that the best way to help is don't help. Just for the record, I've said the same thing to members of our caucus, because negotiating in the legislature, Mr. Speaker, is just not a really good strategy for success, and I think the honourable member might even agree with that. But, Mr. Speaker, so at our neighbours to the west at Sutina are in the midst of an election right now, which takes place, I believe, on the 26th of this month, Mr. Speaker. After that point, I hope to restart negotiations as soon as possible with the intent of getting a good result for this member and all Albertans.
Honourable member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that past results are the best indicator of future results, would the minister articulate what his plan B is in the event that negotiations fail?
Honourable member, it calls for opinion, but I'll allow you to answer if you want.
Fortunately, Mr. Speaker, I have opinions. And as Mr. Speaker, one of those opinions is that negotiating a business deal in this House isn't probably the best path to success, as what's being suggested that I do here, Mr. Speaker. So I won't do that, and I hope the honourable member can respect that, even if the honourable member doesn't really appreciate that. But so Mr. Speaker, that's where it is. I'll be doing the best I can on behalf of Albertans, and when there's results, this House will surely know about it.
Honourable member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, given that we have no answer for a timeline, we have no answer for a plan B, the minister formerly known as Dr. No campaigned on being able to fix congestion on Deerfoot Trail and is now in a position to do so. So can Calgary residents expect him to follow through on his personal commitments, or will he be saying no to them as well?
Honourable Minister.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, I almost think the questions were coming from our side of the House. I appreciate the question and the attention to congestion in and around Calgary, including Deerfoot Trail and other places, are high in my agenda, of course. But even as Transportation Minister, I need to balance it with the whole rest of the province, because as Transportation Minister, I'm responsible to all Albertans for their network. But yes, that most certainly does include the areas in and around where I get elected.
The honourable member for Calgary South East, followed by the member from Little Bow.